Hey guys!
Hey gamers, are you ready for some epic gaming news?
Welcome back
Mostly
to
we
the
are.
news.
And you're watching Poo News. I'm Gloria Parpy. And you're watching Poo News. Alright, things happened this week. A lot of them.
Yeah, the Nindies Direct was my favorite thing that happened this week, Bradley.
Was it?
No?
Zach, what was your favorite
Happened
thing?
this week.
Oh, you're right. A lot of things happened in the last few days for the gaming scene.
A bunch of things happened in the last couple of years.
Redirected. I mean, that is true, but a lot of important things happened in like the last couple days, so we wanted to do a
Specifically,
podcast
the
to
Google
talk about
Stadia.
them. Is it the most important thing, though?
Put it first in the list.
That is true. I put it first in the list because it was the first thing that happened.
Well, that's your fault.
Clearly, it was the most important.
Chronology. Chronology. Is that a word? I think it is. I hope it is.
Alexa. No, I won't ask.
Oh, please don't. But yeah, Google Stadia. Oof. That's all. That's the best I can summarize it. Like,
Have fun with your no internet, loser.
exactly. That's the major issue here, is that it requires an internet connection. The rumors, the rumors surrounding it to start with is that Google is making a gaming console, and that's not at all what happens. They made a gaming service.
I think the problem is nobody that consistently buys Xbox, or nobody that consistently buys PS4 is going to be like, ooh, Google or Apple, I want to play one of those things.
Well,
They already have their consoles, and every game that's going to come to those things is going to come to the PS4 and Xbox. So
in the presentation, the way they displayed it is like, if you're watching a video on Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it'll like pull up an option of like play now and be like, oh, is this a random pop-up ad? That's what I would immediately think. But no, you can just click it right there on that YouTube video and start playing the game on your crappy MacBook.
Okay.
I'm not a gamer.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm excited
okay.
this video game
That was
series.
also, yeah, the presentation itself was horrible. Was that the Google CEO that came out and said, I'm not a gamer, to start the presentation? It's just...
I don't know. I didn't even watch the
That's-
presentation. I just thought
oof,
it would get
it-
mad. I was like, hey.
I thought he said I'm not much of a gamer. Not I'm not a gamer.
Okay, in my
Oh,
public
yeah,
speaking
so
class,
much
one
different.
thing they teach us you in public speaking class is to not immediately discredit yourself, and that's
Yes,
one thing you
build
do.
your ethos. Come on, dude.
Yeah. Step one.
But I mean,
If
just...
you're not credible in something, you don't go, yeah, I don't do this thing at all.
But it
Here,
wasn't...
I'm gonna talk to you about it.
It wasn't just the presentation that was terrible, it's the whole concept. Like, if anybody has the infrastructure to make it work, it would be Google. But even then, it relies way too heavily on the consumer to actually have good internet. Like, I believe what somebody said was that 1 hour of play with the service would be 9 gigabytes of data used. So, I mean, a lot of people in the country still don't even have unlimited data on their home Wi-Fi. So they're not going to be able to use this at all. People with slow internet, it just isn't going to work well. But I mean, for people in big cities where they have, like, fiber internet, it'll be fine, I guess. But, I mean...
That's a very small...
That's a very small window, and
very
most
small, but-
most of those people are still already gonna have, you know, a gaming console, and they would rather just physically own a game than have to rely on a streaming service.
Didn't
That's
the
not
Ouya
even-
did something like this?
Sony
That
did
little weird
but-
thing?
Sony did something
It's
like
not even-
this, and it did not work out well at all.
Sony's not even the only person who's tried something like this.
Oh,
There's
no.
been, like dozens of people who tried
Yeah.
this, and they all failed because internet's just not that good yet.
I
Maybe for
mean,
something smaller,
I guess
Yeah,
from
AAA game.
from Google's point of view, they're like, well, we're Google, we can make it work, but no, you
They at least
can't.
have the funds to make it work.
That's
for
true. That's true. But
there's not a market for it.
yeah, there's not a market for it, and I think that's what people are
Not yet.
overlooking.
They've got to make a market for it.
Okay, but no joke. If this actually does work, and they can actually make a gaming computer that runs games decently well, I mean, that would be tempting for me because I don't
What?
have a computer that can run most AAA games.
Well, I mean, the
Like,
point
what
is
is
that you
for-
don't need a computer. You can run it on your crappy, like, Chromebook.
Yeah, that's what
because
I'm saying.
they're doing offboard computing, which the computer itself that they're using seems like it's going to be fine. But the problem is, like, will your internet be able to support it? Because I do think there is a market there that they can reach. And
If
with
they pull it off.
with Google advertising, I think they actually could pull it off. But
Technologically.
I still don't think it's gonna work out too well for them.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. All right.
I'm not investing.
Second important thing that happened this week was actually cool. The Nindies showcase from Nintendo.
Yeah,
and
guys.
Indies.
NeoCab coming to Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
July 27th.
So excited about NeoCab. But
They made that up. So I don't remember what day it comes out.
I have no idea what day it comes out because I don't care because I was like the latest.
Cuphead. Who's getting Cuphead on your Switch?
Me.
I'm so down to get Cuphead on my Switch. I'm okay with that.
I don't have anyone to play with. So...
Me and Jordan will probably play it on the channel. Or not me, Jordan, me and Zach. Sorry, Jordan, you're out of the game.
I'll get it if they make a physical copy, but I already have it on PC.
I'm gonna get it on Switch. But
we could Parsec it.
I guess we could.
This video is sponsored by Parsec.
It's not though.
No, it's not. Don't say that.
But I mean, the Nindy Showcase started with, honestly, even with everything else that happened this week, I feel like this was the most important piece of gaming news, is the fact that this is not the first, this is the second Microsoft published game to be announced for the Nintendo Switch. And in the Direct, they uttered the words, "And a big thank you to our friends at Microsoft for making this happen." This was not a Nintendo asked for the game. Microsoft said, "Hey, MDHR, give it to Nintendo." So
I don't remember them say all that in the Direct.
they didn't say all that in the Direct. That was an interviews with MDHR. But in the Direct, they said, "Thank you, Microsoft, for giving us this."
Am I the only one that really didn't enjoy the host of the Nindies Direct?
Yeah, I'm really sad that the old guy retired. But I mean,
really boring.
the Casper the Friendly Gamer joke was actually kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
If I'm being honest, I still haven't read it, or I still haven't watched it. Sorry.
Wow, good job, Noah. But no, we've seen this narrative of Microsoft really trying to use Nintendo to promote themselves, and I feel like it's a great business strategy for both parties. Because for Microsoft, it gets more people to play their games, and it builds a better image of Microsoft as a gaming company. And for Nintendo, they get more legendarily great games on their system.
Yeah, I'm ready to play Halo Reach with all of my friends again for like the third time in my life.
I mean,
On the Switch.
I do
On
think
the
it's
Switch,
I
too.
do think it's gonna come to the Switch. I mean, it hasn't been announced yet, but we just got the PC port, which is already a big step. And I feel like at E3 this year, we're gonna see them announce
I have a
Switch port.
question. Why would you ever play that game on PC or on Switch when it's on PC?
What game?
What, Halo?
Halo.
Because
Yeah, why
portability.
would you ever play it
That's
on
Well, I'm
the
gonna play with
biggest
all my
pull of the
friends
Switch.
locally.
Portability.
Keyboard and mouse.
keyboard and mouse?
Excuse
on a
you,
laptop?
we got,
Anywhere you want.
but motion control only.
Keyboard and
They
mouse.
do it
I
right.
mean,
I don't
like,
want motion
it's
controls in my
just
Halo game.
it's just portability. But I mean,
Pixel
just
Action Heroes has terrible
that's true.
motion
But-
control.
Pixel Action Gaming is a terrible game, so
I feel like
did say
Microsoft
it right.
might have a slightly bigger budget than Pixel Action Heroes.
yeah,
I mean,
just maybe.
Okay,
But Microsoft
but
tweeted
Fortnite,
out, or
when
not?
it first came out,
Jordan,
when
shut
the
up.
motion controls first came out, they're bad.
Jordan, shut up. The Xbox tweeted out after the Nindies Direct something about like, "Thank you, Nintendo. You can expect more stuff like this coming to the Nintendo Switch from Microsoft in the future." So, Ori 1 and 2 coming to Switch confirmed?
No.
Probably.
Unraveled.
That's an EA game.
You're an EA game.
How do you want EA
Wow.
on the Switch?
But
Actually, Unraveled
I
2 is
do
completely
think that the Battletoads, whether it be a remake or sequel, whatever it is, which I don't know much about, I do think that's coming to Switch, probably. It'll be nice to get rare games on the Switch. Actually, Why not Rare Replay on Switch? Give us that. Give us that, Microsoft. That's what we really want.
Boy.
that
Man,
was-
was gonna be in Smash. They might as well.
Yeah, that was the big start to the Nindies Direct. Then it just kind of mellowed out with some hit or miss games.
No, it didn't. Katana Zero.
I mean,
Ape Out. They talked about
Ape Out,
I think.
Ape Out wasn't there.
Was it?
No,
I don't remember.
Ape Out's
There was
already
a bunch
out.
of Devolver Digital stuff. Super Crate Box, absolute gem.
What?
Cadence of
Other
Hyrule.
stuff.
You
You guys didn't
No,
see
but
the
there's-
Super Crate Box? It's coming to the Switch.
There was a
Great
bunch
game.
of random
Free on Steam
games.
right now.
A few of them actually looked interesting, but
Wait, it's free on Steam as in you normally pay for it, or it's free on Steam as in it's just a free game?
It's a free game.
Oh, okay.
Cool, then I don't
Never
care.
mind.
but yeah,
Cadence of
it
Hyrule.
not gonna. Yeah, Cadence of Hyrule. It ended with a huge bang. I mean, I really, really love. What's the game called? Goodness, I'm so terrible with names. I'm so terrible with names. I can't even remember my own mother's name. The Crypt of the Next Dancer. That's the game.
What about Rad? Nobody talked about Rad.
Yeah, Rad looked really cool, but there were other games that looked way cooler.
There was that many games though I was interested in. What about Rad? Oh, it looked cool. There are other games I was more interested in, but we weren't interested in anything. Shut up, I'm Bradley. I do what I want.
I mean, I didn't say it was so interesting that it was worth talking about, because I don't think there was any other game that was interesting enough to work that's worthy of
Katana
talking
Zero
about.
looks fun.
It does look fun, but it comes out on the
All
same
the
day as
Devolver
Cuphead,
Digitals
and it's
are
gonna
gems.
get overshadowed. But I don't really have much to say for that game other than it looks cool. Now
There's
the
a lot
dog
of stuff
sled,
that
the
looked
dog
interesting.
sled game, Red Lantern. That one looks extremely interesting to me.
That one looks
Story
boring to me.
Story-wise, it gave me big Celeste vibes, so I'm interested.
I didn't get any Celeste vibe from that at all.
Really?
It's because it was on a mountain.
No, I mean
Really?
just story-wise, it reminded me a lot of Celeste.
Nah, didn't get that vibe.
Interesting. But yeah, it ended with Cadence of Hyrule, which is the first indie-developed Nintendo game. Like, it is a first-party Nintendo franchise spin-off game being developed by an indie developer, and that's just huge news, not just for Nintendo, but it sets a precedence for the rest of the industry to, I don't know, maybe loosen up with their IPs. Because
I got really mad when I saw a video that was like, where does Cadence of Hyrule fit into the Zelda timeline?
nowhere.
I don't ever want to hear those
It-
words come out of your mouth again, Jordan.
It
It's the
fits.
sequel to Ocarina of Time, obviously.
It fits in the same spot. It fits in the same spot as Hyrule Warriors being nowhere.
It fits in the
No.
same spot as Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
Oof, oof. Can we never mention that one? That's actually one of the few Zelda games I've never, ever played. I've
It's
even
also
played.
not a Zelda game. It's a Tingle game.
You're
so
right.
Shut up.
So I guess. But yeah, it's an important precedence for the industry because seeing them give the rights to a crossover like DLC would be really surprising, but to a full game, I mean, I would.
Rocket League has Mario stuff.
But is Rocket League really indie?
Yeah, I'd
It's
count it.
it's more like a two-way game,
No.
you know.
Well, I mean now,
That's-
but when it came out.
Well, when it came out on Switch, it was already massive success. So,
Alright, whatever, dude.
but I mean, if they give crossover things to an indie developer, I'm not gonna really bat an eye all that much. But a fully developed game that is a Zelda game, that's a huge deal, and it sets the precedent that we could see more of that in the future. Like, I don't know, maybe a Metroid game made by the Axiom Verge devs or something like
Or-
that.
A Devil May Cry game called Genie May Cry, featuring Shantae.
Oh my god. Oh. Mm.
Sounds
Maybe
Mario Kart.
hey Capcom, maybe don't do that. But what you can do, Capcom, is give the Mega Man rights to literally anyone else.
Yeah, Mega Man 11, a terrible game. This should never
Those
do
Mega
another
Man
game.
to the
Shut
guys
your
who played
mouth.
number 9.
No,
They
but
did a really good job.
I mean, Mega Man 11 was good, but that's the first
Came out
Mega Man.
last
That's
year,
the
didn't
first good Mega Man game that has been made in
All right, well, maybe
since
they'll
the
make
Wii.
12 in a couple days.
a couple days. What? No, but I mean, there's more than just regular Mega Man that I would like to see indie devs work with, like, you know, Battle Network, Star Force, etc.
Oh, so now you want to see Battle Network? All right.
I
see
never
how
said
it
I
is.
didn't want to see Battle Network. I just said
You just
it
said it was never
isn't.
gonna happen.
It said it
Okay.
isn't likely that we get a Battle Network Legacy Collection.
Okay, you know what? I would kill for that.
I
I'd
know
kill
you
myself
would,
for
but
I don't
that
think that's
doesn't.
possible.
That
I want
doesn't.
to point that out
That doesn't mean it's gonna
because
happen.
that's illegal.
Wait, that's
All right, that's enough talking about the Nindy Direct, I guess. It was a
not
good.
enough talking. We're ending
It
the
was a.
video here.
No,
No, we're not.
we
It's
still
only
have
been,
like
10
half the
minutes.
things to go.
Alexa,
It's been 20 minutes, excuse you. Actually, it's probably only
Excuse
been
me.
like 10
It's been
minutes.
20
Labo VR.
Yeah, Labo
Oh.
VR. This is actually dope. Not gonna lie, I had heard rumors of this happening for so long, and I expected nothing from it. I expected it to be literal garbage. And no,
And we
it
haven't
looks.
seen it yet, so who knows if it's garbage yet.
Well, I mean, we have impressions from other people, and we have the trailers, and it looks way, way better than any other Labo set. Period.
Looks
they-
interesting. Well, I'll see what happens.
They made a very good move with the starter kit that's retailing for $40, so you don't have to go ahead and pay $80 and invest in all the gear. You can just get the headset and the blaster, see if it's not gonna make you motion sick, and then decide to buy the rest. But the games and the peripherals are all really, really interesting and looked way more fleshed out than anything else they've done with Labo. Like the elephant thing, that's literally just
That looks so stupid.
no, it's Google Paint.
Mario Paint.
It's Google Paint, like Tilt Brush.
There's an opportunity there.
Yeah,
Sorry about
it's Tilt Brush, but with like
wait
added
for,
puzzle games and crap, it looks so good.
Soundstage VR.
That would-
Labo.
Oof, oof.
Dude, what if we get a Beat Saber game?
That would be cool.
That would be really cool. I'm okay with Beat Saber.
But the blaster looks fun. The Toy-Con garage for this one is insane. Like, it's literally game development software. That's so freaking cool.
I feel like the headset should stick to your face though.
Well, I see what they're going
Okay.
for here, especially with such a terrible screen. You're probably, and especially for it being marketed to people who don't have much experience with VR, there's gonna be motion sickness issues. So by having it not strapped to your head, and especially since there's gonna be a lot of children using it, they can just take it right off their face and be back in the real world, and I don't know, just not have as
Back in the room.
much.
I thought it was a money thing because like adjustable strap is expensive.
Yeah,
Hard
it
to
is,
get
and I do think. Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but I think the main thing they're going for with not having a strap is, you know, having it be safer for kids.
I mean, yeah, it is technically like a kid's console.
It
It's
is
not
absolutely
necessarily
a kid's
an
console.
adult's console.
I think we start labeling things, you're making mistakes.
Nintendo, where a kid can be a kid.
I'm
A
okay with
kid
that.
can be a kid. Thanks, Chuck E. Cheese. But I do hope they don't just release this and then do nothing else with it. I would really like to see them add some actual support for this. Because, I mean, with the other VR kits, the only support we've gotten was Mario Kart. But to be fair, that's the only first-party Nintendo game where support really fit for them. But with Labo VR, there's so much you can do with it. You could give Metroid Prime Trilogy VR support. You could give, I don't know, a new Punch-Out VR support. You'd have to actually invest. Sure you do. That game actually works really well in VR. It's
Yeah,
slow.
he's tried it.
Yeah, no, it's slow and floaty, and it'll work fine with not creating motion
No,
sickness.
I'm not saying motion sickness. I'm saying that like the Labo headset, you know.
if you don't play it in HD resolution, then yes. But if you play it in original resolution, it'll work fine.
But like it's also I've used Google Cardboard before on my phone, and this is pretty bad.
From what
Resolution just-
everyone is saying, this is nothing like Google Cardboard. Like in
Zach,
terms,
your phone came out 10 years ago.
yeah, in terms of like the quality that you're getting out of this, it is completely incomparable to Google Cardboard.
Okay, but hold your face up to your Switch, and if it looks ugly, then the game is gonna look ugly. Because they're gonna put a magnifying
I
glass inside
would
of
wait to hold your judgment until we actually try it out, which you are gonna get to try it out because I'm buying it day
Same
one.
to you.
But I do think if it is usable, I really hope they don't just let the Labo set come out and then do nothing with it. That would be a huge wasted potential. Speaking of wasted potential, the Persona 5R reveal. Oh my god.
Wait, I have
Persona
I've
5
prepared
Battle
for
Royale.
this. I prepared for this.
Oh, Zach, no. I'm worried.
Once again, Atlas has proved that they are the ultimate tier in advertising. With this power play, it has us in our seats for the next Persona 5, which is surprisingly the Battle Royale, probably because of a collaboration with Epic Games. Long story short, very excited for Persona 5 2. Looks
Zach,
pretty
you
good.
stop talking.
I'm pretty sure Zach was just reading off like a Wall Street Journal article or something. No, but
Nicole started doing video game stuff. Nice.
no, jeez. But Persona 5 The Royal. First, we can talk about the actual trailer itself, which was nothing.
I
It's
feel
just-
like I watched it, but I don't remember it.
everyone is like, OMG, they showed Girl Joker, but no, that was very obviously not Girl Joker.
Yeah, you can tell because we got a bunch of character information about it.
Well,
and she said so much.
Well, she said one line that's pretty decisively like, "Hey, I'm not Joker," and also she had a first year button on her school uniform instead of Joker's third or fourth year? I don't remember.
Second.
A better
Is
question
he only
would be,
second year?
why would
But,
anyone think it's
Third.
And they also showed Joker in the same trailer.
Well, that
so-
doesn't mean they can't both exist in
Yeah.
the same universe.
But I mean, it doesn't connect for it to be female Joker. I do think it is a
So
new
what's the point of
protagonist.
her?
I do think it is a new protagonist. I think she's going to be some post-game or alternate story.
I don't want an alternate story though. The only person I care about is Joker. Why would I want anyone else?
Exactly. That's why Girl Joker's a bad idea. But hearing the title The Royal, it's not the Royale, Noah. It's not a battle royale. It's the Royal.
This isn't a collaboration with Epic Games, obviously. Check your sources.
Check your Wall Street Journal.
Oh, speaking of collaboration, it still looks to be PS4 exclusive. So Switch port beggars, still a no on that front so far. But I think
It'll get there
I think the biggest problem with this reveal was not that they didn't show anything. It's that they announced this announcement.
An announcement.
They
and then
announced this announcement
for an announcement.
like 6 months ago, and then they showed nothing. In this announcement, all they showed was that they are announcing that they're having another announcement. So they announced an announcement of an announcement. That is terrible marketing.
It just seems like the end credits trailer of a Marvel movie. It doesn't seem that crazy. Because the end credits trailer of Marvel
Yes, but
movies
this is a
just like
video game
teaser
trailer,
of a
not
teaser of a teaser.
this is a video game trailer, not an end credit scene. You expect that. You don't expect that from a video game trailer that's been hyped up. Atlas.
It's okay when a movie trailer gives us snuff, when it's at the end of a movie and it's hinting at something.
Yeah.
It's not okay to hint at something that hints at something that hints at something that hints at something that hints at something.
Yeah. Just give us the reveal or keep your mouth shut. I don't know. I feel like it's just bad marketing from Atlas, and Atlas really needs to get their crap together. Other than like the Joker reveal, they've been kind of floundering around since Persona 5 came out. They like gave us the Shin Megami Tensei 5 reveal teaser last Game Awards, and we've heard nothing about it since. And Persona 5 Q2 came out to absolutely nobody knowing that it came out. And then Joker got announced, and that's all they've done. I have no idea what's going on with Atlas
We don't
right
even know
now.
what's happening with Joker.
Yeah, Atlas really needs to get their crap together. Speaking of getting their crap together, oh my god, the PlayStation State of Play. Ugh. Sony has long had a history.
That just happened, didn't it?
It did. That's why we're recording this now. Sony has long had a history of copying Nintendo like every 3 seconds. This is no different. It is the exact same format as a Nintendo Direct, but with none of the substance of a Nintendo Direct.
I'm okay with it.
I was okay with it. Like, it wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't good. And especially for your first Sony Direct, you gotta have some games. And all they showed us was VR, 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 VR. Which, I mean, for them, I understand why you would be focusing on
I mean,
VR
if you're the
right
cheapest
now.
VR right now, then
Yeah, I understand why they're focusing on VR right now, because obviously they don't want to show off. I'm sure they're focusing on game development for the PS5, so why not focus on PSVR now, so you don't have to worry about, you know, huge budget stuff. But nothing of what they showed was really interesting, except for Five Nights at Freddy's, ironically enough.
Job Simulator.
I would definitely play Five Nights at Freddy's VR. That's
I would not, because I would die IRL.
Concrete Genie looks cool.
Yeah, Concrete Genie did
Like,
look neat,
Good Epic Mickey.
but like, it didn't look. Another major problem with this direct is that they you're gonna keep calling it a direct. Everything, all the trailers dragged on for way too long, except for, like, I don't know, the Iron Man game and the Five Nights at Freddy's
Iron
trailer.
Man game.
Yeah,
That sounds
they
boring.
announced an Iron Man VR game, and it looks, I mean, like, looks terrible.
It
Just like
looks
Mortal Kombat
terrible.
11.
Mortal Kombat trailer was just like, what am I even watching? Why is it here? Speaking of why is it here, and why isn't it already out? Days Gone got its hopefully final trailer. Just release the game already.
Yeah, even if it's garbage, just release it.
I honestly, at this point,
What's Days Gone?
it's
Zombie game.
It's a zombie survival game that has been in development for, like, how many years, Noah? When did this get announced the first time?
Got announced like 3 years ago. I feel like
3
Feels like
years?
it's been 3 years.
I am pretty sure it's like 5 years ago, when
Well,
zombie
I mean,
games were
it
actually
got-
still
okay.
relevant.
Okay, yeah, I remember. Man, it was before Black Ops 3 came out.
Yeah, but that's like, oh wow, that is a long time ago. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it for
Ooh.
a second. Treyarch doesn't own Call of Duty.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago.
yeah,
Actually, I can Google what
it's-
time when it came out right now.
that's
Give me one
rough.
second.
Yeah,
It's probably been
just
at least
just
2-3 years of
release the
development
game.
before
That's
that.
Sony does have a
Let's
problem
find
with
out.
announcing games way too early.
Now that thing's been delayed easily.
Yeah, it got delayed so many times. But it was interesting that they do have some heavy hitters coming out this year.
Oh,
they showed
its
none
first
of them.
trailer was E3 of 2016, which was 3 years ago.
Okay, so you were right.
That was its first trailer. It was like announced that it was going to come out at E3 a while ago. Like they said, oh, and we're working on a zombie game, and people were like, oh, that's Days Gone.
Oof, that's a big yikes. But speaking of big yikes, where the heck was all their actually good games that are coming out this year? Like, we have
What?
the Kojima game that I can never remember the name of, because Kojima likes to name things really weird. What's it called?
Stranded Deep.
Death Stranding.
Oh, I know which
that's
one you're
it is.
talking about.
Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Ghost of Tsushima. This would have been the perfect time to do another Ghost of Tsushima trailer, now that everybody's like super high on Sekiro.
Sekiro doesn't look interesting.
It looks
Are you
like
talking
Dark
about Sekiro?
Souls. Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
Did
wanna
you
play
really
that.
just correct me on my pronunciation?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Shut
Noah.
up.
Sekiro.
Dark Souls
And of course, the big one, The Last of Us Part 2. Like, come on,
Wasn't
guys.
that already announced? When did they start using the Valve number?
The Last of Us Part 2 is never going to come out. They're going to delay it again. I have no faith at this point.
You have no faith in them. All right, sounds about right.
Speaking of no faith, the last thing we're going to talk about that isn't important at all, the Apple Arcade. What the heck, Apple?
What the heck? Yeah.
The only cool thing to come out of this was the announcement that Shantae 5 is
Shantae.
5 is coming. So, yay.
Well, no, I want to play Five Nights at Freddy's in VR too.
I said the Apple Arcade, not Sony Direct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that Sony Direct was passable, but not good by any stretch of the imagination.
Sony. Oh, I used to.
The Apple Arcade, though,
Yeah.
that's not even
I
passable.
thought you said Apple Direct.
Oh, that's what we're gonna call Apple presentations from now on. Any presentation, it's a direct.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Truly, the real gamers out here.
I'm not a gamer, but
Speaking of not a gamer, obviously Apple. That was just rough. Yeah, I don't see it turning out well at all. And
Nice
that
awkward
is
pause.
this year. Sorry, that's this last couple weeks in gaming news. A bunch of important stuff happened.
The last 5 years covered in 30 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. The
How
whole
much
last
important
fight.
stuff really happened? Because it looks like about half of it was nothing.
Yeah, the first half of the things we talked about were extremely important, and the back half were just like, what the heck?
Young man.
I feel like
Thanks,
the Stadia
Almighty.
is kind of a what the heck.
Is Stadia really a what the heck? Because it's kind of what I expected. But it's still important, no matter if it's what the heck or not. I feel like everything was a what
It's
the
only
heck
important if
moment.
it works.
That's true.
Otherwise,
Actually,
it's just
no,
another
it
failed
failing could be important. Because it could be like the last attempt. It should be the last attempt.
attempt. It'll never be the last attempt.
That's true.
It'll never be the last attempt.
Rest in peace, Google. Rest in peace, Sony. Rest in peace, Atlas. Rest in peace, Apple. You're all making terrible decisions.
Yeah,
Nintendo's the only one on
Nintendo-
track right now.
End video. When in doubt, end video.